Rolling over a season allows associations and clubs to copy grades, settings, and teams from a previous season to a new season. To begin a season rollover, navigate to the Seasons page of the competition you wish to roll over. The Rollover Season button will be available if at least one season exists in the competition. Select Rollover Season and select the season you would like to roll over from and continue. Note you can only roll over to and from seasons within the same competition. The note at the top of the page outlines what is not included in the season rollover. This includes grades, association teams, and club teams. These can be all rolled over in a separate step. Participants will not be able to be rolled over as all participants must register every season. Enter the season name from the drop-down and enter the new season start and end dates as well as any exclusion dates for the season. These will not be rolled over from the previous season. Venues will be rolled over, but additional venues can be added or venues can be removed if they have changed from the previous season. Update the visibility of this season. This will be defaulted to hidden during the rollover. You may choose to keep this hidden during the setup of the season. Enter the new age restriction dates for this season if applicable. This setting will be toggled on if it was on in the previous season, but new dates will need to be entered. If age groups were enabled in the previous season, these age groups along with their year ranges will appear. A new calculate age of player as of date will need to be entered. The age groups can be updated if needed. Once all fields have been entered, select Next. If club management settings were used in the previous season, this will be the second step in season rollover. Invited clubs will be rolled over from the previous season. Even if clubs did not accept the invite in the previous season, they will be rolled over. Add any additional clubs or remove any clubs who no longer need to receive the invite. Roles enabled in the previous season will be available here and can be updated if needed. Enter the new club team allocation dates. Edit team name and player points toggles will retain their enabled or disabled state from the previous season. Update these if required. If allow club admins to assign player points is toggled on, new dates will need to be entered. The age limit will be carried over from the previous season rollover page. The registration fees will be rolled over from the previous season and can be updated as required. The terms and conditions toggle will also retain its enabled or disabled state from the previous season. Custom fields will not be rolled over. Once complete, select Create Season. Once a season has been rolled over or created, grades can be rolled over. This includes grade settings, so an association does not need to complete this task every season. To roll over grades, navigate to the grade section within the season. Select Add a Grade. The grade rollover functionality will only be available if there are no other grades created in this season. If no other grades have been created, a pop-up box will appear asking how you would like to create grades. Rollover all grades from a previous season will take you to the Rollover Grades tool. Add grades manually one by one will allow you to add each grade individually. Select Rollover all grades and continue to begin. Select the season you would like to roll over the grades from and Next. Review the details of the grade rollover. If age and gender restrictions were turned on for all or some of your grades, the calculate age of player date will need to be entered for the new season. The visibility of all the rolled over grades can be set to hidden or visible. Individual grades can be made visible or hidden once the grades are created. Select Rollover Grades. All grade attributes including game and grade settings will be rolled over. Once the grade rollover has been initiated, you will be taken back to the grade list in the season you started the process from, and a message will appear stating that the grades are being rolled over. The page can be refreshed by navigating away and coming back or selecting the refresh button. If the rollover has been successful, Grade Successfully Created banner will be displayed. If any settings within the rolled over grades need to be updated, navigate to the grade settings and update the relevant settings. Once grades have been rolled over, teams can also be rolled over. If teams were created at the club level, these teams will need to be rolled over at the club level. To roll over any association teams, select Teams and add Team. Note, Team Rollover will not be available if one or more teams have been created manually in this competition. A pop-up box will appear asking how you would like to create teams. Select Rollover all association teams from a previous season and continue. Select the season you would like to roll teams over from and next. Review all details and select Rollover teams. Select Refresh to update the page to finalize the process. This video will now demonstrate how a club would roll over teams. First, the club must accept the competition invite for the new season. Once the invitation is accepted, open up the season and select Teams and add Club Team. Team Rollover will again only be an option if no other teams have been created manually in this season. Select Rollover all club teams from a previous season and continue. Select the season teams are to be rolled over from and next. Review the details of the rollover and select Rollover teams. Select Refresh to update the page to finalize the process. All teams have been rolled over and the association can view these teams by opening up their new season and selecting teams. If teams have been rolled over and they do not intend to play in the upcoming season, they can be deleted.